Hi, it's Imogen aka missimoinsane and welcome to my video. If you've seen my previous video, which I've just uploaded on this altered set of drawers, then you'll know that I also made a tag for Jackie to go with these drawers. So this is the video on how I went about creating this tag. Subscribe. So if you've seen my video last week, you will have seen that I did a video on altered tags, and you'd know that this is a store-bought tag. I'm actually going to cover this in leftover paper from me doing the altered drawers. And all I'm going to do for that is I'm going to measure it to make sure it fits first of all. Then I'm going to take some double-sided adhesive tape, run a couple of strips along the tag, and then using my scissors I'm going to trim off the excess tape. I'm going to use my pokey tool, which that is actually what that tool is called. It is actually called a pokey tool. I'm going to aid myself to remove the backing off of the sticky, and then I'm also going to do some of the sticky at the top and the bottom and repeat that process that I just did. And then I'm going to place my paper over the top, smush it down, and then I'm just going to cut it out from the paper. So I altered up this butterfly. I basically painted it with Artist Do Craft acrylic paint in Sage. I then went around it with a Sharpie pre-bronze metallic marker, and then last but not least I stamped over the top using the Kaiser Craft script stamp and also my jet black Stays On ink. And that is a particular favourite stamp of mine. And of course this is just a wood veneer butterfly piece to start with. I believe I picked it up from the Wix in a pack of, I think it was maybe 12 for £1. So then all I did is I inked around the outside of the tag using my black distress ink, which is the black soot, just to unify it with the altered drawers. And then I started collecting some bits and pieces together that I might like to put onto the tag. So there's these flat back keys, some baker's twine, of course the butterfly. I also have some jump rings there, some ribbon and some lace, and I also add to some chain, a plastic band and a eyelet. And I believe that's all. So then I just started altering this up. So first of all I took the tag, I found my guide mark, and using my Big Bite, I believe it's the Big Bite 2, I punched a hole using the guide of where the pre-purchased tag was, so I could see there's the hole. And then I just grabbed the eyelet, moved it to the Big Bite to the eyelet setting, and then I secured the eyelet firmly within the tag. That eyelet is now not coming out. It is squished into the back like this, and that's the front. I do apologise for the lighting. I have actually got some new lighting since recording this video, and hopefully I'll be able to start doing better videos with better lighting for you guys. So this is the tag thus far. I'm now going to start adding various trims and fibres and whatever else to the hole which the eyelet is in. And for this all I'm doing is I'm neatening up some of the ends because some of the lace especially looked a bit scraggly. I'm then in a little while going to take my lighter and I'm going to melt the ends of the ribbon just to stop that from fraying. And I don't really mind so much if the baker's twine frays. So now I've set the end of the ribbon. I'm just going to try and work out how much ribbon I actually want, and then I'm going to do the same with the baker's twine. As I said, I'm not going to be melting the ends or setting the ends. I'm just going to be measuring roughly how much I want, and I wanted to do a few different lengths, and I didn't want to have, I used 2 of the sagey bluey minty colour, 2 of the purpley colour, and 1 of the pink I believe. And here I am just putting all that together and twisting it together and pushing it through the eyelet hole. If you need, you can also use your pokey tool to help you do this. And then I'm just sort of neatening it up and deciding how much of what I want at what side of the tag. And then I'm going to take a little hairband tie, which I use the hair braid ties. Do not use loom bands because they over time they will they will disintegrate. So these hair ties, I've had them for absolute years and I've used them on near enough every single one of my tags and not had a single problem. So really excited to use those still. And I just picked up a bag of, I think there was about 250 in the pound shop, something ridiculous like that. I picked up a bag of black and a bag of clear. So here I am just deciding what lengths I want my baker's twine and other textiles to be. And then I'm also going to seal the other end of this ribbon. And I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to take my, this is actually called a rope ring, and I'm going to use my wire cutters just to cut it so it's like a jump ring. And then I can thread it through the tag, just like this. And I did have a little bit of difficulty because it kept getting caught on everything. But once we got it through, I just then used my jewelry pliers to close the ring like you would a jump ring, and then I took an actual jump ring and I just picked up the chain, and then I attached the chain via jump ring to the rope ring that is attached to the ribbon. This can be a little bit fiddly. So then I just played around with it a little bit, just trying to decide how long I wanted the chain to be, exactly where I wanted the key to be, the butterfly, and again the chain. So once I decided, I then cut the chain down, and again using a jump ring I attached it to the key, and then I just played around a bit trying to work out where exactly I wanted these elements to go upon the tag. So once I decided more or less roughly where I actually wanted everything to go, I then grabbed my Yoo-hoo glue, which I find is brilliant for gluing pretty much anything to paper. So dominoes, metal, wood, you name it. I just really love Yoo-hoo glue, and you can buy these really large tubes of it in the pound shop for £1, or much smaller ones online for, I think on eBay they're about £3. So I glued my key down using my Yoo-hoo glue, and I just changed the camera angle there, and then I did the same and glued the butterfly piece down using also my Yoo-hoo glue. But first of all, I marked the back of the butterfly like this with a pencil, so I knew where to glue and where not to glue, because I wanted part of the butterfly to be hanging off the tag and I didn't want that glue to be showing on the background. That's nicely stuck down, and then I had to have a little sort of think as to what I wanted to add to this, because it just seemed a bit plain. I decided that I wanted to go grab some enamel dots, and the ones I used are from the Fun Fair. I can't remember who off the top of my head this brand is by, so I will link that in the description if I remember to do so. But as you can see, they're just the Fun Fair enamel dots. And I took a pink one, a purple one, and then I changed my mind a little bit because I got the wrong size purple one on there, and then another pink one. And to me, it still looked like it was missing something. I liked the way that the chain hung. I was trying to debate if I should hang something else off of the chain or what. When I had this idea using a pen nib, like the old Victorian, or not necessarily Victorian, but this one came from a pack proclaiming to be Victorian dip pen nibs or fountain pen nibs or what have you. And it was originally like a bronzy colour, but this one's covered in ink, so it's all black. And I totally forgot to turn my camera back on to film that I used my hot glue gun just to glue that in place. So this is the finished tag to go with the altered drawers, and I hope Jackie likes it, and I hope you like it too. If you want to see more altered tags and altered craft videos, then please thumbs up. If you haven't already, then don't forget to subscribe, and yeah, also don't forget to check out the altered drawers video and like that video too. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye. Subscribe.